Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a little chit chat, let's talk kind of video on a topic that actually a few people had requested me to touch base on, kind of chit chat about. And that's kind of a multitude of things, like how makeup has kind of helped me with confidence and growing up and everything. And I decided to add a little bit of a spin on it and talk to you guys a little bit about my channel and beauty and my kind of vision on beauty as a whole, I suppose, rather than like just makeup, if that makes sense. So yes, if you guys are interested, definitely keep on watching, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here, and yes, keep on watching. So growing up, I feel like I always kind of had like skin issues growing up, not like super bad, but bad, especially when you're kind of younger and you're super self-conscious about it. So I had a lot of acne in like my chin area, and due to that I have like really bad acne scarring. I'm sure you guys have seen it in some of my previous videos if you guys have watched them. And I'll have like the occasional breakouts, but skin discoloration, larger pores, nothing like detrimental, but back in the day I had a lot of it, so I was extremely self-conscious about it. And when my mom got me like concealer and stuff, I started learning like covering it up, and I always felt the need that I had to cover it up because no one else had like skin issues when I did, so I was like the only one, and I was super self-conscious about it and whatever, like, you know. So makeup for a long time, I wouldn't even necessarily say that it was like a boost of confidence, but it was more of like something that I eventually started feeling like I had to have in order to like even like leave the house, because I felt that if I wasn't wearing makeup I would be like judged or made fun of by people, and as stupid as it is, that's just how I felt. So it was more so something kind of growing up that I felt that I needed rather than wanted, because it made me feel good. I felt like I was like obligated to, if that makes sense. So yeah, for a long time I was just always so self-conscious about my face and just kind of like how I looked naturally. I have extremely blonde hair. It appears darker on camera, but in real life I have really blonde hair. Again, if you've seen some of my videos where I don't have like eyebrows on, you can kind of get an idea of how blonde my hair is. And yeah, so my eyebrows, I always had eyebrow hair, but they were always really light. And I'm sorry, but like 5 years ago we didn't know how to fill in our eyebrows. So that was something that I think like 2015 for saving my life. Thank you for the eyebrows. Thank you. But I didn't have that, and like when people would like make comments like, oh my god, like where are your eyebrows? Oh, that's, no, you look so funny. You don't have eyebrows. Yeah, and so once I started like hitting high school, I started wearing more makeup. I wore really heavy foundation that probably didn't match my skin because I was like super fair, and I would always wear like darker foundations, and I didn't even know how I blended it in. I probably just like used my fingers or a really old brush that I probably never cleaned. I wore super heavy like black eyeliner under my eyes that all of like my family would be like, Taylor, like you look like a raccoon, but I was like, no, this looks really good. I'll insert a picture. So yeah, that's kind of like the gist of how makeup was for me kind of growing up, more so in like my adolescence age. And it wasn't honestly until like, I'd probably say about like 2 years ago where I really started like engaging in like the beauty community and like really kind of learning how to do my makeup and ways to not hide my skin, but basically ways to just kind of boost my features, if that makes sense. So I basically just learned how to do my makeup. As I started growing up, I've always had like those insecurity issues. So one of my biggest goals was to basically feel like I want to feel like my normal self, like if I have makeup on when I take it off. My main goal is to basically feel as good about myself when I'm taking my makeup off as I am when I'm putting my makeup on. And I think that as a beauty channel, I think that it's really important for me to express my views and express what I think about my channel and how I want my channel to affect people as they watch my videos. Makeup is something that, to me, it's so much fun. It's a hobby. You get to learn and be creative, and I think that that is amazing, and that's why I love makeup so much, is because you can do it however you want. You know, there's no rules. You can do whatever you want. But I do want my channel to also not emphasize makeup as much, because in my opinion, makeup isn't what makes beauty, you know? And if I wanted to have this like beauty channel, I wanted to create content where people can realize that you don't need to have makeup, or you don't need to, you know, have all of that in order to feel beautiful. A lot of talk videos and communicate with people who might have been in the same position that I was a few years ago, and just kind of teach the idea that beauty is not just makeup. Beauty is a whole. It's feeling good. It's loving yourself and feeling good when you don't have makeup on, and not feeling like you have to put it on in order to impress people, or whatever the fuck. That. So I guess to answer your guys' question, makeup's kind of helped me in the sense to where once I really started like learning it and looked at makeup more of an art rather than a necessity, I think that that's when I started really falling in love with makeup and like really starting to feel confident when I did it. I felt confident because I was enhancing my natural features, not because I'm hiding them away. And I think that that's a really important difference between makeup and like beauty. I think that you can put as much makeup on as you want, but at the end of the day, like, you still feel the same about yourself when you take it off, you know? Like, if you don't like the reflection of who you actually are, like, I feel like you can't depend on makeup to make you feel good, you know? Like, you want to feel good when you don't have makeup on, because that's who you are, you know? And I think that that's a huge important thing. So I love the fact that once I started looking at it as more of like an art and as a hobby, I started liking myself a little bit more. I just started realizing that, you know, it's okay if I have an acne scar on my face. It's not the fucking end of the world. It's okay if I have pink or discoloration. It doesn't matter. Basically, if I could kind of tell you guys, especially if you guys are newer to my channel, I just want my channel to be somewhere where you guys can go and we can talk and we can learn together as far as beauty and growing up and self-love and feeling really good about yourself. That's the message that I want to share on my channel, as well as makeup and products and things that make me really happy. My ultimatum, my goal, my biggest goal is to just be able to have these discussions with you guys and talk about how, you know, there are different definitions to beauty and you can do whatever you want as long as you feel good about who you are and what you look like. You don't have to look in the mirror and hate the person that's your reflection. I think that once you start realizing that, your happiness is so much more valued. If anyone makes comments to you guys about how you should start wearing makeup or that you need to wear makeup, don't listen to them. If you don't want to wear it, then don't wear it. And if you feel good about yourself when you aren't wearing makeup, that's what's important, and they can fuck off. And honestly, like, I know that it's really fucking hard to feel good about yourself and feel like you are worth something when there are people out there who are always just trying to like bring people down. There are always going to be those assholes in life that sit behind a keyboard and type really horrendous things about you, or people that would just say really nasty things to your face. And as fucked up as it is, it's their job to just learn to be a better person. It's not your job to be the person that they think that you should be, or change anything about you if they think that you should. Fuck those people. Those people suck. They suck. They suck. Just think about how you aren't them, and that you're happy that you aren't them, because that person sucks. I know that a lot of people feel really ashamed of who they are and what they look like, especially when they don't have makeup on. So I think that a lot of people do use makeup as that crutch to where they feel as though they need to look a certain way, and that's not the case. And that's not what beauty is. Beauty is having the confidence of being who you are and loving the person and doing good for your body, you know? Loving yourself is the easiest way to just be your own best friend and realize that there are so many other things that are important to know about yourself, you know? I think that if you view beauty as a whole, as who you are as a person, as well as who you are on the outside, I think that eventually you'll kind of start learning the importance of that more than the importance of having to feel like you need to be something different or look a certain way. At least that's how it was for me. when I just kind of started accepting it and not giving a shit about what other people thought about how I looked, that's when I just started being happier. And it's still not always the case, you know. I still definitely get insecure all the time. All the time. So it's not something that you can just wake up and change. So, and I totally get that. But I think that it's important for all of us to kind of sit down and do a little self-awareness, you know. Look in the mirror and think, you know, what do you think of that person who's standing in front of you, you know? Are you happy with who you are as a person? Or do you constantly feel like you have to change who you are as a person? You don't, you know? You don't have to do that. You can feel good about the person that you are without having to cover anything up or look a certain way. And to any of you guys who are watching, who are sitting there and you're like, you feel the same way that I felt when I was little, where you have to hide and cover things up, just know that you can grow out of that, and you probably will grow out of that. It just takes time, and I think that it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of effort that you put into yourself, rather than the energy that you spend on the impression of other people. I think that that's when things are going to start coming together, and when they start coming together, you're going to start feeling better, and when you start feeling better, you're going to keep doing those things that make you feel better. You're going to reach a point in your life where you realize what's important and what's not important. And what's important is being your best friend, being your own best friend, and feeling comfortable in your skin. You know, that's the importance of it. If you sit there and you're constantly worried about what you look like, I've got news for you, because at the end of the day, when we're all older, we're not going to have that to hold on to anymore. You know, we all have imperfections. We can't hide from it. We can't run away from it. And once you just start thinking like that, you just get happier. So, yeah. So yeah, I think that makeup is an awesome thing. I think that makeup is such an artistic, fun, creative thing to do, and it's a hobby, and I love it so much. But I want you guys to know that my channel isn't just about makeup, and it's not just about like products, because a product doesn't make me feel good about myself, you know. It might make me feel like luxurious and everything like that when I'm using a good face mask, or if I'm bronzing these cheekbones, like yeah, I feel good, you know. But I feel just as good as when I take it all off, and I think that is so important. It's very important. I mean, do I still get really mad when I have a pimple that was just in the center of my forehead for an entire week? Absolutely. Absolutely. I looked like a cyclops. I did. But it's not gonna ruin my day, you know. And so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really like kind of these just like sit down chit chats. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see any more of these types of videos. Definitely give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you guys have any other topics that you guys would like for me to talk about, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments or on Instagram, anything like that. I would love to hear from you guys. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my future videos. Bye guys.